Guys, AirsoftAl here, and a lot of you have been kind of bugging me, asking me what my deal is with M4s, if I have any issue with them, and I did kind of say I would make a video on it, so I might as well go ahead and do it. My issue is that there's so damn many. I'm not even joking. If you actually count how many M4s there are, and you're going to see numbers up here, mind you, you are going to see numbers of how many M4s there are in the industry, compared to other guns, it's a pretty damn lot. And the biggest argument I keep seeing is that, oh, there are many aftermarket parts. Okay, whatever. My issue is, there's no innovation. There's no change from the formula. There's basically the same schlock of, oh, if we just make an M4, they'll buy it because they like M4s. That's kind of the company stigma. It's not because of the aftermarket parts, it's because we're so damn hypnotized by an M4 that it's basically, okay, you know what? It's an M4. That's cool. What'd they do different to it? I just don't like that we're blindly, and I mean blindly, we're buying these M4s like no tomorrow. Even speed softers, the best gun they can make is a fucking M4. I don't have a problem with speed softers. I don't have any problem. It's just, really? Really? I mean, I get it. You know what? An AR magazine is plentiful. I get it. And you know what? The best Tokyo Marui that I've been able to research is, in fact, a M4 styled gun. But I think we need to stop. And the reason I say that is because, you know what? I gotta go a little bit deeper. Okay. Before I go and say my thoughts on it, I understand. If you're a company just starting out, or if you're a real steel company just starting out and you want a nice little, hey cat, and you want a gun that's easy to produce and you can easily get the rights to, I get it. A AR platform is the easiest thing to make and the easiest thing to pay the royalties to because, good God, they're everywhere in the fucking industry. And I get it, okay? I really do. But at the same time, I kind of have to say that there's more than just an AR. There's more to the industry. I mean, I have asked kids, literal kids, about airsoft. I'm like, so what do you know of airsoft? And not one, not two, not three, 5 of the little buggers look up at me and they say, is that like the M4 we keep seeing at Walmart? And I'm like, oh, back when Walmart carried airsoft guns, mind you. But yeah, apparently that's the stigma. The stigma of airsoft is that it's full of damn M4s. It's full of Armalites. It's full of all these M16s, M4s, SPRs, and everything else. And like I said, you're seeing that number. You are legitimately seeing the number. And that's not even breaking it down to the subcategories of the AR styles. That's the total number of how many fucking ARs we have in the industry. How many AKs do we have? Here's the other number of the AKs we have in the industry. Do you see the problem here? It's the fucking Cold War! It's legitimately a dick measuring contest of how many AKs versus M4s and ARs we have in the industry. And then again, that's just my point of view on it. But, like I said, I understand if you're a company just starting out, then okay, the M4 is what you can make. I get it. That's all you can afford at the moment before you can actually slowly do that. And I get it. I really do. I understand completely. Now, here's the second thing. I believe we should take a step back. I believe wholeheartedly that the companies making these AR platforms should just stop, take a step back, look outside the box, think outside the box. What can we do to make the AR platform still, but make it new in terms of internal and external? Well, the first one that comes to mind is the JG Star Dragon. If you look at this thing, it's awesome. It's badass. It's ergonomic. No joke. I have talked to people who have used one of these things. In a basic sense, they say it's comfortable as almighty. I've personally held one, and I can tell you now, if I had the money at the time, I would have gotten it. It's basically an M4, but with an awesome shell and an awesome motor configuration. It's basically a CQB gun, but it's not a typical M4. And before you ask, yes, I am going that route. I say We need a non-stereotype AR. We need new bodies. And before you say, oh god, not this, hear me out. In the Call of Duty and Battlefield games, how many AR guns, how many rifles are there that accept the AR magazine, but yet are not M4s? See what I'm getting at? How many awesome looking guns are there in the futuristic games that are basically an M4? See what I'm getting at? In a literal sense, during the time period, the M16 was considered a futuristic gun. So in a literal sense, let's take that ideology right there, put that on a blueprint board, and basically say, hey, how can we make this look more badass, but not a stereotype? I don't know, let's look to video games for that option. Let's look to movies. Because no joke, if you look at movies, they have a lot of awesome sci-fi guns. But, do you want to know what those sci-fi guns are built around? Real steel. In a literal sense, we can basically take a look at these guns and basically say, hey, let's take this. Let's take this M16 right here. Let's build around this. Let's make a pretty badass shell. Let's make it really comfortable, but at the same time, still ergonomic. At the same time, I understand that there are a lot of people who want that tactical. Okay, then let's go Titanfall. No joke, Titanfall 1 and Titanfall 2, they have an M4/M16 sci-fi rifle. And do you want to know something? They're freaking badass looking, yet tactical. They have rail systems on them, but they're not the stereotypical rifle. Infinite Warfare, be it what you say about the game. Be it your thoughts. You have to admit the weapons look badass, okay? I personally haven't played Infinite Warfare. I don't have a say in that. The only thing I like about it is the weapons. I love the guns, okay? Can you please give me that pleasure of saying the guns are awesome? There is legitimately an M4 on that thing that shoots lasers! And there's an AK in there that shoots lasers! No joke. There are a lot of guns that are basically real steel, except they throw on all this cool, awesome, futuristic stuff on it. Hello? Earth 2 companies! Take these guns and make them real, please! Thank you! Hell, the big thing is, I bet you anything, if we introduce something that isn't a stereotypical M4 at an affordable price of, oh, I don't know, $140, maybe $150, under the $200 price tag, I bet you those things will sell like fucking hotcakes. Hell, make a little less. Sell like fucking hotcakes. I'm just saying, okay? This is my thought process on it. We need to step away from the stereotype M16, M4 platforms, and I'm not talking about the key mod system, I'm not talking about the whole tactical system. I'm just saying, we need something different. We need a breath of fresh air. Okay? If anything, if any company's hearing me this, hire James Cameron. He's the motherfucker who designed the pulse rifle. He's the guy who designed the smart gun. He's the guy who designed every single awesome sci-fi weapon in his movie franchise that can actually work as a real steel. Think about that. Think about that. Okay? Okay. Anyway, that's my final thoughts basically is we just need to take a step back. We need to rethink about the platform itself and how we can make it look better, how we can make it be a breath of fresh air, and how we can make it not so stereotypical. This is my thoughts on it. And if you guys have any thoughts on what I've been saying basically, then please say so in the comment section down below. And if you have any ideas that could basically bring a breath of fresh air into the platform, then please say so in the comment section down below as well. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I've been AirsoftAl, and I will see you guys next time.